Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Today, we're going to be looking at some die clashes on two Philadelphia Morgan Silver dollars. If this is the first time you're joining us, well, a special welcome to you. I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver, and I hope you consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And for the rest of you who have already subscribed and keep coming back each week, a special thank you to you as well for checking out Morgan Dollar Mondays each week and our shorts and our other videos that we put out. So let's get started right here with this beautiful 1884 graded MS64 by PCGS in an old green holder. You can see here just behind Liberty's head that there is a die clash mark, and then on the reverse here we have another die clash mark by the Eagle's wing. And if you didn't see it, don't worry, we're going to be taking a deeper look at that one. This coin here, this is the 1887 that we looked at last week. And this also has that die clash of a part of the wreath here on the obverse, and then on the reverse here we have part of Liberty's cap just by the Eagle's wing and on the wreath. So I'm going to be using a resource today. The resource that we're going to be using is this diagram from a very special book. The book is the Encyclopedia of Morgan and Peace Dollars by Van Allen and Malice. And I just realized I want to show you which is the obverse and which is the reverse. So I'll throw up a picture of the book. Everybody should own this if you're going to collect Morgan and Peace dollars. So I got our diagram back here. I've written obverse on the left side because this is what it looks like, or the die clashes will look like on the obverse, and the reverse on the other side. So when we look here, what we're really seeing is the reverse design imprinted onto the obverse of the coin. So that shouldn't happen, obviously. So you can see the wreath here. The dotted lines in this diagram represent the opposite side of the coin. So this is the obverse, and you can see that the wreath from the reverse, so the wreath's design is here. I'll try to freeze this in frame so you can get a good look at it. So that's what you're seeing is the design from the reverse now imprinted on the obverse of the coin. And of course, this happens on both sides of the coin, and that's why I have this diagram so you can see. So this is, you can see the eagle is in solid print, so this is the reverse, and then the dotted line here is Liberty's head, and that's what the image will look like on the opposite side. You can see here the wreath as well, just kind of showing up here. So it's I hope this is a helpful tool. So here's our coin from last week, and you can see again, we can see the wreath right here, right at the base of Liberty's head where the cap meets Liberty's hair. So let's use the loop here to get a closer look. You can see here, and I'll try to freeze this in the edits, you can actually see the leaves here of the wreath imprinted on the obverse of the coin. This is pretty substantial. The 84, I will say, is more substantial in the sense that the die clash is very easy to see, and you can actually, there's more of the devices seen throughout the coin. That's one of the reasons why I bought the 1884, because the die clash on this is quite large. So let's just take a little look here. You can see here the beginning here of Liberty's back of the head. It goes well into the wreath. I know it might be hard because you're seeing detail on detail, but it is there, and we're going to get very close. But you can see here how the dotted line runs through the wreath. Well, that is here. You can actually see Liberty's the details here. This is the obverse, remember? So this is the obverse part, but it's upside down here. That we're seeing the details here. And before I keep going, I wanted to read to you the definition here of a die clash, or a clashed die. And this is on page 119, and I'll try to freeze things as I go here so you can really see. But on 119 of the Encyclopedia of Morgan and Peace Dollars, Van Allen and Malice defined that, or they wrote this. The clash dies are evident on particularly all dates of Morgan silver dollars. It resulted when a blank planchet was not advanced into the press, allowing the obverse and the reverse dies to come into contact. A portion of each die would be impressed into the other, and this resulted in the extra impression being raised on the coin. The clashing of the dies could occur at any time during their life. Therefore, coins struck from clash dies may number from a few to several 100,000. Severe clash marks were often removed from the working dies by polishing the die fields and the dies reused again. So with this 87, this one does have, you can see here let's use the loop again to get a little bit closer. You can see the impression here. You can see that die clash. It's not as strong as the 84, and that's okay. I'm just trying to show you this because sometimes you might see this on a coin. You might wonder what that is, and now you know that it's just a die clash. Die clashes don't necessarily add any value. You can see here it kind of shows up. You can just see a hint of Liberty's mouth here on the opposite side. I'm going to see if I can... let's use the diagram too so you can see what I'm talking about here. So you can see here, this is Liberty's lips will show up here. So when you look at this part of the coin, you're going to see the lips of Liberty. Let me see if I can get the angle right so you can really see it. And again, I'm using the loop to get very close to the surface of this coin so that you can actually see these die clashes. Because sometimes they're not visible with the naked eye. You can just see her lips just there. And you get a sense of her nose as well if you follow the track of the design. Hence why, again, I'm using this diagram so you can see where to look on the reverse, so you can see that die clash. Now, the 84, it's really easy to see. It's a substantial die clash, as I said, and that's one of the reasons why I bought this coin. You know, cherry picking coins is actually a lot of fun. It can annoy people, but hey, you know. I really was looking for a really nice die clash, and hey, I found one here. And this is again an easier die clash to spot because it's so substantial. You can really see the whole profile of Liberty's face on the reverse. I'm going to try to show you. So here's the profile here of Liberty's face. And I've got my diagram backwards here, or upside down for a second, just so you can see. So the faces are looking at each other. The diagram here is looking here. So you can see the slope of Liberty's nose here, slope going down. That's at that line. And then you can see the lips of Liberty right here and by the wreath. I hope you can see that. If not, rewind, go back again. I'm going to try to stay here on this. We'll try to freeze it again. You get the slope of Liberty's nose going right into, it's that line there going from one part of the wreath to the other. Let me see if I can flip the diagram around so it's correct, so the diagram matches the coin. So we can see here, see the dotted line that's running down in the wreath here. That's what you're seeing, that line that's on the coin. So this line here is what you're going to see right here on the coin. So you see this? That line there is the die clash. You can see Liberty's mouth as well. So I think that you get the sense here of why I say this is such a substantial die clash. Obviously, there's various degrees of die clashes. You can have strong ones like there is present here in this 84. You can have a little bit weaker ones here, but yet still easily visible like the 87. And I encourage you to use this diagram, you know, to look at your own Morgans and to try to spot some die clashes on your own collected coins. It's fascinating to me. I know it's not fascinating to everybody. Again, it doesn't really add any value to the coin itself, but it does give us a glimpse into the minting process. And it's just something else to do when you want to enjoy your coins. So I'm glad you all came today to check out this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it inspires you to go a little deeper with die clashes. And I hope if you didn't have an understanding of what a die clash was or is, you do now. So thanks again, everybody. Until we meet again, stay safe and continue to enjoy.